Please come this side, you can come. Okay.
I'm Anshuman. I had a small doubt. When we meditate, sometimes we get loads of thoughts, and even if we try to ignore it, it builds up like a story. So by the end of meditation, we don't even remember part of it. So what exactly does this happen?
Okay. This is a constant problem we all face. Rush or tornado of thoughts arising in mind, all the time. Babuji Maharaj, he has written in Reality at Dawn chapter, Ways and Means, how to tackle this problem of rush of thoughts. He says we want to bring about mind to stand still or thoughtless during the period of meditation. But unfortunately, we let it wander like a dog during non-meditative hours. We think, having done meditation, the other time period that I have, 23.5 hour remainder period, I can think whatever I want, I can let my mind wander wherever it goes. No. Bring it back. He says, when you have nothing else to do, think that everything around you is absorbed in God. In order for that thing to happen, I must myself be first absorbed in God, see? Only then its echo will be felt outside. But having this practice of feeling this absorbency even in outer objects will keep my mind focused. That's the one biggest benefit. Second benefit is you will be able to change and impact the atmosphere no matter where you go. Whether you go to a theater or whether you go to some marriage hall or you go to college, you will be able to create a different vibratory state around you. Only by allowing yourself in thinking that everything around you is absorbed in God. It's a very simple prescription, but you'll have to try it yourself. And then you will see, you'll get lesser and less and less of thoughts. Time will come, you'll say, oh, what is gone wrong with me? I don't get any more thoughts. You'll complain that my mind is blank now. Master, please do something. So slowly, little by little, it's fine-tuning, When we are not meditating regularly, we are irregular meditator, then we increase our commitment and say, okay, I'll meditate daily. Then I fix my timing. Then I fix my timing plus my attitudes. So it's always ever growing or ever demanding system. If you're doing little by today, you go to a next stage with more discipline, more love, more focus. And then time will come, you'll be able to have that echo in others, you'll be able to create impact in others. Whether you are a preceptor or not, you will be able to do it. So, to regulate my mind only during meditation time, it's a futile exercise. I must be able to regulate all the time. But we get disturbed during meditation because we become aware of these thoughts. They are rising all the time, but we are not noticing it. We are not cognizant of it. During meditation, we become fully aware of what is happening inside. That's why they speak louder. Okay. Sometimes when you go to a preceptor and thoughts arise even more than regular meditation. When there are good thoughts of good acts, good deeds, there is a chain reaction. You go after it and it seems to expand further and further. But when there are not so good thoughts, ugly thoughts that you don't like to first surface, my preceptor will come to know it, my master will come to know it, and then you constrict, my God, why these thoughts are coming now? You're struggling. But remember, all these thoughts, whether good or bad, they are arising from your subconscious to be cleaned out. During many sittings that we receive from a preceptor or during meditation, that thoughts do arise. We are not able to identify or recollect actual thoughts. They come from unknown, they go as unknown. Very rarely you'll be able to catch up those thoughts and remember and recollect and write in your diaries, you see. So let them go, but gently remind yourself that you are meditating. Relaxing is the best thing actually. Many people say, I concentrate. No, concentration is a bad step. Babuji used to say, concentration is a byproduct. It's a result of doing meditation. I'll give you one example. When you are on the riverside, and you see one wave after another wave of water going, and you're trying to focus on, concentrate only on one wave going like this, you'll get headache because you're concentrating, see? But if you go there as an observer, appreciating nature and water flow and everything's around it, you'll relax, you'll enjoy. But you want to focus? No, it won't happen. Concentration is bad. You just relax.
I'm Nakorshi, and I just want to know, sir, about how to remove the tendencies. I mean, yesterday while having a session on cleaning, we understood that while we are doing our cleaning, a lot of our samskaras do get cleared, but tendencies still tend to remain. So,
what do you understand by tendencies?
It's a certain habit or a way of doing things that I have been following over a period of time.
Okay, thank you. This Sahaj Marg is very unique in two aspects. One is transmission, pranahuti that comes from master. Second is this aspect of cleaning of samskaras. Things that we did, we thought about, many a times things that we did not do on our own, but the surrounding impacts us. Suppose if you are gone to some undesirable place, you come back with some impressions on your mind. He gives an example of water flowing through a river. Samskars are like removing the water from the river. But when it rains again, the water will start flowing again. So, water is like samskars. The river bed is the field or the tendency field. It is still there. Only solution for this is to destroy this riverbed altogether. How many can do that? This is possible only if you create a state of living dead condition in your heart. That means you are dead to this world, end of the story. But you are still continuing to live. It really does not matter. I go to college because I have to go to college. I study because I have to study. But whatever I do the best. You see, I meditate because my master tells me to do it. Again, read this story of I don't know what is the story there, but Babuji says, become like a dead man in the hands of a dresser. You know what happens when you are to be cremated or to be buried? They dress you up, they give you bath, they dress you up properly, but the dead man has no choices to be made. The dresser dresses him as per his whim or wish. Likewise, when I have become so in this actual world, you can hope then that you won't have tendencies left. The solution is cultivating this living dead state of mind or condition in heart. It's a very high state. It's possible. It's easily achievable. A simple thing: meditate, retain, grow. That's all. That's all to it. One step will take you to the next step. You see, if you have to climb, if there is a ladder from here to there, maybe there are 12 steps. But you don't want to take all 12 steps with one jump. You take one step at a time, see? Practice first. Everything will come. When you are driving in a foggy atmosphere in the mountains, if you say, I'm not going to drive because I can't see anything, but start driving, you'll see something at 10 feet, you try slow, again the way will be clearer for you as you drive or as you walk. But if you say, I'm not going to walk, you won't see the clearer path. You won't reach anywhere. Sahaj Marg is also like that. We are always walking with faith in my abilities, not in gods or masters, in my abilities, my belief, my trust, my confidence. Invoke that, see. Whatever master or God has to do, it is their business. But I must do my part well, no? When I do my part well, they will, I'm sure they will. Recha is there, okay. Come here.
How do we read our own conditions?
Reading our own condition. As I said, first have a condition, then we read. First create a condition. It will speak to you. Huh? Now, it's so unfortunate because I had a lot of things to share based on this heart and cosmic region and paracosmic and center and all that, but you guys blew me away. So I can't talk on those. And her question, it goes in that line actually. I only urge you one thing, that develop after morning meditation, cultivate this habit of reading yourself. Retaining condition is only meaning that way only, no? Unless you read your condition, you're not going to retain it. And when we read, I may not be able to give names to it, but I will be able to recall it during daytime that, oh yes, I felt like this in the morning. Right? And if it is so impressive, then even after 1 week you will say, oh, last Friday's meditation was like that. Right? We need not give names to it, but I should be able to recall what I felt.
I am Richa. I just wanted to know that when we meditate, we are told to ignore our thoughts. But if these thoughts are about Master, then should we ignore them too?
This is called a spin, in a cricket ball. She had spinned the ball here towards me. Okay, let's see how we play now, okay. I would say, when the thought of Master comes, at that time you should be able to distinguish whether it's your imagination or that thought is emerging on its own. If I'm going to, let's see, where are you from? Okay, so when you go back to your home in Madhya Pradesh, and you start imagining master in library, master in the cottage, master at Gayatri, now this is called indulgence. You are straying away from meditation. But when the thought arises, oh master, his spiritual state appears to you, then you go for it. Hold him at that time, hold that state in. So I always urge, we must never make God out of master. Never. Otherwise we are bringing religion again into spiritual world. No doubt he is godly, but not God. We are also trying to become godly, isn't it? We will never become God, but we can always try to become godly. He is divine, he is not divinity. We can also become divine. That is the endeavor that we have in Sahaj Marg. We don't want to become the master, but we would like to become like master. In his attributes, not in personality. I have often seen, many abhyasis, when they talk so highly of master, and when they are talking to their relatives or friends, they go away. Why? I mean, instead of serving them and bringing them to Sahaj Marg, you are actually repelling them. So talk about how you feel about the practice, about yourself. Let's not talk about master to a stranger. Talk about the process, the practice, its efficacy. Let them experience master in their practice when they become abhyasis. We don't have to tell them. Even if you tell them that my master is like this, what difference does it make to them? Once someone asked Babuji Maharaj a question, can you show me God? And Babuji said, suppose if I show you God, how will you recognize it is God? So when you talk so highly of your master, what difference does it make to that person unless and until that person actually experiences it? So we have to facilitate by talking about the practice. Then please try it. It might help you. Okay. I'll ask you one question. I'll give you 6 months' time to think over and answer. Okay? You'll find the answer somewhere in Sahaj Marg literature, I hope. The question is, before I put this question, I'll give you the situation. See? When the universe was created for the first time from the source, let's call it a source or God or the center, doesn't matter what you call, it was created, right? Human came into existence. We don't want to go into how they were created, but they came into existence, right? Samskars started forming, and we all formed first samskar. Naturally, when you form something, you have to start with something. You had a first samskar, she had a first samskar, he had a first samskar, I had a first samskar, masters created first samskar, and this first samskar to all of us were common. What was the nature of it? So with this we end. If you feel like, you can write to me, kamlesh@srcm.org with your answer. Or even if you don't get the answer, after 6 months, say, brother, I could not find the answer, please tell me what it is. So we'll discuss it then. Okay? But I wish you all the best in your career, in your family life. And I urge you to surprise your friends, your parents. You practice in such a way that you put shame to your parents. You put them to shame. Do something better than them. Thank you all.